Hi, my name is Kaleigh Hanley, and I'm a junior here at the University of South Florida, majoring in long-term healthcare administration and minoring in behavioral healthcare. The Excel file for the Tableau 2 project would be hard to understand what was going on without reading the scenario provided for us in the directions. After reading it, the columns and rows began to make sense. The file is compiled of different products from a grocery distributor that wants to study their data. We were given the data to analyze and tell our findings. Initially, I began by just browsing the data to see what items and other filters we would be working with. I noticed that there was a lot of information being brought to us and was trying to figure out the best way to do it. I decided that it would be best explained if we focused on one region rather than all of them. I began by creating a worksheet for the grocery distributor to see their sales by production and region, and then later focused on only the southern region. This page is titled Sales by Production and Region. When analyzing the data provided, I realized there was a lot of it, and creating a document to analyze every piece would not be the best way to go around it. Instead, I just decided to focus on one region, and that would make it easier for someone to understand. I started with this page to break up the different regions by sales, department, and item. I thought it was important to include a breakdown of all regions and then just focus on one. This visualization was chosen because it incorporated all regions in an easy-to-understand graph, as well as it being visually pleasing to the eye. All of my worksheet pages go chronologically until it gets down to the final breakdown of the southern region. This worksheet is where I start my focus into just the southern region instead of all regions together. I chose this first visualization to help understand the sales of each production in the region, how good or bad they're doing. It is important for the grocery distributor to understand how their products are doing in the region so they can find ways to help market particular items whose sales they wish to increase. As you can see, the darker red an item is means that the item is not selling as well in that region, and vice versa, the darker blue an item is, the better the item is selling in that region. I included both 2017 and 2018 into the graph so the grocery distributor can see a side-by-side comparison to the year prior and how their work has changed drastically throughout just 1 year. The next page is a profit map for the profit map was created to explain what states have higher profits than others. This map includes all items from the file given to us and also both years into one. For myself, I know I do not particularly enjoy looking at bar graphs and trying to understand them. So, visual maps such as these are more interesting to me. When you hover over a state, like so, a box comes up telling you the name of the state, the country it is located in, the profit margin, and the total profit and sales. I created a profit margin in the initial data source as another way for the grocery distributor to get an understanding of the profit sales in that particular city or state. Once again, the darker red a state is, the lower the profit is, and the darker blue a state is, the higher the profit is in that area. For my last worksheet, I created a profit bar chart that is compiled of 5 random zip codes throughout the southern region. Unlike the Tableau 1 project where we created a negative profit bar chart, we had no negative numbers in this data set. Therefore, I thought creating this chart would show the grocery distributor how their products are in a few different areas throughout the region. I especially thought creating it within zip codes would be more beneficial to the owners too. Once again, the darker red it is, the lower the profit, and the darker blue it is, the higher the profit. As you can see, Kentucky is significantly behind in profit compared to the other 4 zip codes in this area. For my dashboard, I put together the profit map worksheet and the sales in the South worksheet. I chose to include these 2 worksheets together because they are both perfect visuals that go with my idea of solely focusing on one region rather than all. At the top is the profit map, which has the profit of sales and the profit margin labeled on each state it correlates to. To the right, next to it, is a year of sales date, which, when clicking the left or right arrows, changes the profit and profit margins from both years to 2017 or to 2018. I included this to ensure the grocery distributor owners could go back and forth from each year in case they forgot a significant number. Under the profit map is the sales in the South worksheet followed by a colored graph. The sales in the South is again side by side in years and includes all items, once again as a way to compare from the year prior. I put this under the profit map in case the map needed further explaining when giving this back to the grocery store. Under the sales in the South is a large line with different colors. This was my way of explaining what the different colors mean in regards to both visuals above it. Once again, just like before, the darker red it is, the less money it is making, and the darker blue it is, the more money it is making. Finally is my story. My story is entitled Improved Profits in the South. I chose this to follow along with my chronological breakdown of the southern region instead of all the regions provided to us in the file. The southern states are the most inhabited part of the United States, and I felt it gave the best explanations as to how the items are doing around the nation. It starts off with sales and profit by year, which includes both years side by side again and every item underneath it in that region. The next page is Cliff Bar sales and profit by year. This page is an analysis on the Cliff Bars in the region in both 2017 and 2018. This was just a random item that I chose that showed a large decrease in profit in just 1 year's time. The third page is titled Underperforming Sales in the South, which is a makeup of the regional sales and profit dashboard and a year of sales date table in the top right again. This shows the states that are underperforming in sales for the grocery distributor. When you hover over a bar on the bottom graph, you'll be able to see details such as the exact profit it is making, just like that. The fourth page are the sales profits in North Carolina for 2017 and 2018. I included this to focus in on one area in the South that is doing decent in sales. The next 2 pages after it are profits in North Carolina in 2017 and the sales profit in North Carolina in 2018. I believe including them one by one instead of both years together will help the grocery distributor understand how the profit they're making has changed. I also included an annotation on the 2018 North Carolina profit bar page that shows the slight decrease in profit for Cliff Bars in 2018 compared to 2017, as seen in the graph below the map, right here. This page was made to show the difference in sales between Kentucky and other states in the region. Well ahead of myself there. Finally, the last page is entitled, What Are We Losing in Items in Kentucky? This is comprised of the profit bar chart and the Sales in the South worksheets. I added an annotation onto the Kentucky bar to highlight the difference in profit. This page was made to show the difference in sales between Kentucky and other states in the southern region. It was also created to prompt the main question of the story. How do we fix our declining sales in the regions throughout the nation? Going forward, I believe the grocery distributor should analyze my findings and decide what is best for their company. Stop selling low-profit items to areas where they are not selling and redirect those items to places they are. However, before doing so, look into ways to market these items in hopes for bringing them back into the consumer's eye because that will help benefit everyone. Thank you.